Hey, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I'm your host, as always. It's Paul Motley here. So today is, I wanted to talk about trust and authenticity and being ethical. And when I say that, this is kind of like how you should approach your marketing, because there are certain things out there, and we've all seen the adverts that promise the world and deliver nothing. So what I want you to do is, if you want people to actually get to the whole point of knowing you, liking you, trusting you, and then ultimately buying an affiliate product through you have to start out in the right way. Now, I'm sure everyone has, and we've all made mistakes, as you go through business and that, but it's important to try and do it now. And I bring this up because at the moment I'm sort of like going through recording a course to help people get to the ClickFunnels Dream Car Award. And there was something there that I'm literally just recording about how building a Facebook page and stuff like that, right? So I just wanted to do the podcast, and I wanted to thought, right, okay, well, this is something that people need to understand and know, that if you're going to say something, then make sure that, it's true. If you claim that you've done something in the past, you've got certain results, make sure you have. If you promise to deliver on something for someone, make sure you do. And I know it sounds really basic stuff, but you've got to be able to deliver on what you're promising. And I think it's so important to do that, especially in the affiliate marketing world, because sometimes depending on the groups and everything else that you circle around on Facebook, they can be cruel worlds. And believe me, if you want to get a thick skin, go run some Facebook ads for a while and see the comments that come in. There are some really horrible people out there. They are literally hated. But what you've got to think of is this. When you're getting challenged on something, or you've got people saying this or that or the other, a lot of the times that could be a point of either jealousy, or it could be a point where they're just purely disbelief and they just want to hate on people that might have been burnt in the past. So don't take that too seriously. And just think to yourself, if you woke up tomorrow and was that person, would you rather be you or them? So that's important. And I was just going to go through this whole thing about the Facebook page, because if people want, they want credibility when they actually go to something like this. So I'm building something at the moment, right? Okay, and one of the parts of it needs a Facebook page. Now, if you go to a Facebook page, which is, say, advertising on Facebook, and then you go directly to it, and literally there's no likes there at all, there's no interaction, there is no content. Now, how likely are you going to be to trust that page and the offer that is presenting you? I would say it's on the low side. But if you see some history, if you see some value, and you see like a decent amount of actual likes on the page, then that sort of like little red flag in your mind isn't going to go off. So I wanted to talk about a way of doing that without sort of like not breaking any rules really. We're talking about being authentic and actually being honest and truthful. So one of the ways that you can actually grow a Facebook page, right, is you can post content out there and you can boost it. You can drop a video on there and commit it to do an ad for like video views. And what you'll find is that people will go ahead and watch it, and a lot of people may well like the video or the post that you put up. And the cool thing is there, if you go ahead and click and see who it was, you can invite them to like the page. So you can actually build up those likes very easily. And if you're struggling for content, then there are loads of places where you can go and find content. And you can go to places like BuzzFeed, for example, and go and find what topics are hot right now in the niche that you're working with, okay? Right, and then you can go to those sites, check out the content. Now, one of the things that you can also do as well is, if you go to YouTube, for example, and you go and type in something which is related, and there's a whole bunch of videos there which is going to show you all good stuff, right? Don't copy those videos and put them into your Facebook page, because that'll be bad, and it's generally looked down on. But there are ways around this. So you can actually go into settings on your search and find there's a section there which is kind of like open to everyone to use, right? Open use, I forget the exact term now. It will be obvious and blaring to you when you see it, but you can go ahead and use those videos. Now, it may be, this is kind of a grey area, but again, this is not something I've done myself, but you can actually download, if you go to certain sites, or there'll be like a way to download YouTube videos. Download that video and put it into your Facebook page. Now, just to cover your ass, I would highly recommend linking back to the source. Okay, give them credit, make sure it's clear, because that's super important, because you don't want to get hit with copyrights, you don't want to get hit with people saying, hey, you're stealing my content and all this sort of stuff, right? So you're actively promoting the source of the content itself. But if you get that video on there and then throw in a video ad, for example, and optimize for views, you're going to get a whole ton of people going and watching that video, and it won't cost a fortune either. And you can also then make sure that everyone that likes it is invited to the page. And that is a super cool way and really easy. And it's, whether it's grey hat, white hat, black hat, I'm not sure. But like I say, just make sure you cover your backside on that one. It's just something that I've seen done, and it's not something I've done myself. But, it's a way of doing it. And of course, yes, by building up a history on your Facebook page and also then providing value and having those likes on there will provide a certain amount of authenticity to your Facebook page itself. But again, it just rolls around to the same point. Like I say, if you like have a landing page and you see something and you're gonna basically promote a product, make sure that product does what it says it does. In a lot of cases, I don't even recommend or push a product or service that I haven't actually used myself. Simply for that reason, because I want to make sure that what I'm showing others does what it says on the tin, so I can speak them from experience and authority on that product or service. And that is the main difference between a good marketer and a bad marketer. You have to use your experience, you have to use what you've seen, how you've used it, and the results that it can get others. Because that is the only way that I could ethically show anybody a product or service, okay? Right, and I think that is super important for anyone out there that wants to do that as well. So that in mind, sometimes it involves going ahead and buying stuff, right? And yeah, you got to get your wallet out. But in the long run, it's worth it, trust me. So yeah, by all means, if you're going to promote any product or service, go and buy the thing first, right? Go and check out the actual funnel itself. Go take screenshots of each page that you see so you can identify and understand a little bit more about the product or service that you're going to be showing others. And then give people proper information about it. If you say like it's, if it's a $7 offer, but ultimately it leads to like $1,000 product, and if you're writing a review about it, make sure people know this when they set out, because then they'll be prepared. And those people which go through that and click that link may well become better buyers because they have that knowledge to begin with. So it kind of just makes sense, giving people the full picture, every bit of information that you can provide people to help them make a informed decision when it comes to buying a product or service that you recommend to them is golden. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I'm just doing this a little bit earlier tonight because it was something that was massively in front of our mind. I'm just getting back to some recordings now for the Dream Car Mentor course, so we'll crack on with that, and we'll speak again tomorrow.